Loveline is meant for an adult audience. Loveline may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised. Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. Loveline, coast to coast.
Yeah. This show never disappoints to disappoint. It's Loveline. You know, the New Beginning is cool and everything, but I think they're sort of shooting themselves in the foot. Oh, Jesus, do I sound weird?
No.
I don't sound echoey, do you?
No.
No. You know, with all that sort of record scratching and synthesizer stuff and all the... no, not this part, but it's the stuff before this part. All the jet engines and everything. I am so gun-shy about putting on the headphones, turning it up, and then being shocked by some screeching sounds that I'm forever going to be screwed up at the beginning of the show because I will keep the headphones off until the very last second.
Until things get quiet.
Until everything quiets down, and then we'll start the show. Phone number, 1-800-LVE-191, fax number 310-854-4455. Dr. Drew is a board-certified physician and addiction medicine specialist. All righty.
All right, here we go.
Everclear in here tomorrow night, Ann?
Yeah.
Yes, and we will get on the phones.
I think, what do you don't have to talk about anymore. You have no life.
I flew my model airplane today.
That's what I figured. That's good.
Boring. It was until I crashed. They're trying to get money together to resurface the runway. So
came right for the millionaire.
Any of you who
Thurston Howell arrived with his jet plane.
You know, it was funny. It was very sad. I was over at the field that's over in Van Nuys. And Van Nuys, for those of you around the country, is sort of a crappy part of the valley, and the valley's sort of what's on the other side of the hill from Hollywood and Los Angeles. I grew up in the valley, so I'm always get a little depressed and melancholy when I have to drive through it. Drew, I know you're in Pasadena, so you have no idea where Van Nuys is because it was 9 miles away from you.
No idea.
But the point is
nobody traveled into the valley. You understand so?
Yeah, why would you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
You just go from incredibly hot to unbelievably hot.
So I'm putzing around. I have a few minutes to kill. The guy who fixed my plane last time I crashed it hasn't showed up yet, so I'm sort of putzing around, looking around, reading the memo board, you know. That's something I recommend to everybody. Go to different places, you know, whether it's the coin-op laundromat or the little village message board down the street, and see what kittens are for sale, see what guys selling barbell sets, you know, that kind of stuff. But when you go to real specific stuff, like model airplane guys, you see model airplane stuff. But there was this plaque, a decent-looking antique plaque with a bunch of names on these, you know, sort of riveted to the thing. And it said at the top, "Those who left the hangar for the last time."
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
It was like 12:30. I was going to kill myself.
And you could have...
Name of 22 guys. And it was funny.
Killed yourself. You could have been one of those guys.
Well, I will be one of those guys, God willing, one day. I'll make the plaque. Those who left the hangar for the last time. And the thing that was funny is half the things weren't the guy's full name because nobody really knows everyone's full name over there.
It's Phil.
Joe the plumber. Oh. It's... Because I guess the guy probably showed up in a plumbing truck each time, and people knew he was Joe, but they didn't get much deeper than that.
And they knew he was gone.
They realized he'd kicked off when his widow came out and sold his planes. So, Joe the plumber. Yes, he left the hangar for the last time, everybody. All right. And there's a lot of guys out there today looked like they'd left the hangar for the second to last time. Kevin, it was very sad. Kevin, you're 43. Actually, the sad part is that I was there.
Kevin.
You're 43. What's up?
I have a question. I have dated my wife, and we've been married for 20 years, all my life. She's been the only woman I've been with. She tells me I've been the only man. And I thought we had a great sex life, you know, at different places around, kind of wild, all that good stuff through the years. And I recently bought her a dildo vibrator combination that hits all the spots and moves, and you put it on the ground and it'll walk across the ground. But she's fallen in love with this thing, and
isn't every vibrator a dildo to some degree?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
No, they have those little tiny. Remember that one that woman demonstrated in here? It was like a little, looked like a cigarette lighter almost.
Yeah,
like half a cigarette
but most full-size vibrators would be dildo. Yeah. A dildo is like a vibrator without the batteries.
Yeah.
Essentially, with a little more of a phallus shape to it.
right, now we've established that. Thank you, Adam.
Well, I like this to be a learning experience for the youngsters.
No doubt. Kevin, why did you purchase that for her in the first place?
Well, we're we're trying a lot of different stuff, and
I've been married for 20 years. You want to spice it up a little.
But the point is, they were already starting to have some problems.
I went into a store and bought it, and it looked pretty good. I had a buddy that told me about some of them before, and
so nothing had begun to decline. Everything was at the same pitch that it has been since you were in your 30s.
Yeah, you're right. It's declined, but that's
all right. Well, anyway, let's get to the story. So you bought her the dildo slash vibrator.
She's more into the vibrator than him now, is his perception. And what I'm saying is,
how do we know that?
That's what she said. That's what he said.
He said that?
Yeah.
You've been flying too many planes, dude.
No, I think you just read that off the screen.
No, he said that.
Really?
Yeah, I said that. She's falling in love with it.
Falling in love with the vibrator.
Well, that doesn't mean she's more into it than you. It just means she's enamored with it. That's all.
Uh-huh.
All right. And how does this manifest itself? Is she using it every day and not wanting to be with you?
Well, I think so. She's got it hidden between the mattresses, and I've come in before, and she's using it, and I try to get involved, and not much interest at that point. And then it's farther between, our encounters. So,
it's not about this. Not about the vibrator.
Yeah.
It is not about the vibrator.
Oh, it's not.
No. No. What is it, Drew?
It's about the relationship.
Yeah.
This was already on a slide to begin with. The vibrator just made it more, just put a nail in the coffin, so to speak. It made it leave the hanger for the last time.
Yeah.
I guess all
right, so Kevin, don't fixate on the vibrator. Fixate on the relationship, communicate, all that kind of stuff.
Why is she resisting intimacy with you? Why is she pissed?
I don't know. Maybe because I beg so much. Who knows?
Yeah. Maybe you don't listen to her when she has complaints.
The reason you're begging so much is because she is already pulling back.
Right.
There's something going on here. Something in the relationship.
See, I just talked to her on the phone. I'm out of town, and she was telling me how everyone at the pool today was telling her how our relationship is the best they know, and we get along the best, and all this good stuff. And I always felt that way, but I guess there's something deeper, huh?
Yeah.
But this is the thing we always talk about.
Hold on a second. Boy, Kevin is thick as a brick.
Well, that's what we always talk about. The guy's like, she has been on him probably for 5 years, and now he's like, I don't get it. It must be the vibrator.
They'll go anywhere but somewhere real.
Yeah.
Anywhere but somewhere real.
Yes.
All right.
Listen. So we're not going to figure it out.
All right, Kevin, it's like talking to a log. Listen, there's something going on. Maybe you guys need a little couples therapy.
That'd be the place to go.
You got to start listening to her, start communicating with her, but just don't focus on the sex and the vibrator.
Okay.
That's a manifestation of what went wrong.
Of something wrong.
That's a byproduct. Go right past that and go to the crux of the matter, all right?
Okay.
All right, Kevin.
Good luck.
All right.
Oh, God, guys are so concrete.
Well, guys are pretty stupid. I mean, when it comes to emotional topics like this. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I mean, but it's
yeah. I don't know how you get to be 43 and get that way, but
yeah.
Mike?
Hey, what's up?
You're 17.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I was having sex with my girlfriend like a week ago, and she wanted to try anal sex for the first time, okay?
How old is she?
She's 17 also.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, she got around on her knees, and I went to go get the petroleum jelly, and I looked down, and she had a butthole the size of a mason jar.
Oh, Mike. Yeah.
That's our boy.
No, it isn't him.
No, it's another guy. It's not the same voice.
Not the same guy.
I know. It's my friends told me to do it, so.
I know. You're not the guy who normally does
From
the
Arizona.
butthole.
That voice I would not miss in a second. But now, Mike, yours is now etched in my brain.
Not mine. You can call back tomorrow night. I'll put you right on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
In fact, do you want to give him the hotline number so he can be with your farting friends, too?
No. And where are my farting friends? I'm putting a call out to all my farting friends.
Your fart on command friends.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I enjoy those folk. They're my kin. They're my family. I don't look at my real family as my family, but I look at my farting brethren as my family.
We got a guy here that's going to be building a sort of part of Loveline website. This is not for me. This is for the sort of all the radio affiliates and things. Maybe he's going to get some ideas here. Maybe there's a place for this.
It'll never happen. You think there's going to be a Loveline website?
I'm talking to him at the break.
No. Never going to happen. And listen,
he doesn't work for K-Rock.
Oh, could happen. Could very well happen. Jenny?
Huh?
You're 15?
Yeah.
What's up?
I've had sex 2 times, and both times it hurt and I bled a lot. And whenever I fool around, like, it hurts and I bleed a lot again.
Yeah.
My friend Inga, she told me that it's not really normal.
That's true.
And
it's possible maybe the hymen didn't completely rupture.
Yeah, that's what my mom said.
Oh, Mom.
Oh, boy.
Well, how did that conversation
Hey,
go?
Mom, the other day, you know Craig?
When he
Craig
fingered
was
me?
finger banging me, and I was bleeding all over the sofa. That's why the pillow's turned over. See, the zipper's facing the front now. And then later on, his buddy Jack, he was banging the bejesus out of me, and I was bleeding all over, and it was all over the place. I had to use Grandma's shawl to mop it up.
Good night, Father McConaughey. Good night, Father.
So you had to talk with your mom about vaginal bleeding during sex, huh?
Mm.
How old is your mom?
Last time I talked to her about sex, I got grounded for a while.
How old is your mom?
She's 30.
Something.
She'll
Yeah,
be
30.
She'll be 30 in
May.
August.
Yeah.
All right. So where are you calling from? Minnesota?
No, Harford County.
Heifer County?
Harford County.
Harford County?
Harford County. What follows that?
And
Where?
What?
Maryland.
Maryland.
Oh, Maryland, yeah.
Okay, Maryland.
Oh, Harford County.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, here's the problem when you say Harford County. There's a million of these all over the place. There's Harford County, PA, Harford County, Florida, Harford County.
PTA?
Yeah, Chicago. I mean, there's so many different Harford counties around that we didn't know which one you were calling from.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. All right. So you maybe should talk to the gynecologist.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're sexually active. You've got to see a doctor, get an exam, okay?
Yeah.
Very important.
Yeah. Where's your dad? He must not be around.
No, he's upstairs sleeping.
He is?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you're very casual about sex with your parents, right?
I don't know.
Okay.
Do you talk to your dad about it?
He doesn't really like when I talk about guys, so I pretty much talk to my mom about it.
I see.
That's appropriate.
Well, it's good that you have that kind of open relationship with your mom.
How old is your dad?
He's like 48.
Okay. That's good.
I'm doing a little bit of math here.
Yeah.
Mom's 32.
Mom's not 32. She's 42.
How old is Mom?
45, 44.
Your mom is 45?
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
I
but
thought you said 30.
she has an older brother who's 29.
How old's your older brother?
26.
Yeah.
One.
We knew someone was pregnant by 17. Yeah. That's that. Now it's all
Fitting.
working out.
Fits.
And you have 300 siblings in between you and your 26-year-old brother?
Yeah.
You got a whole bunch of them?
Too many.
How many?
3. But
So
there's
5.
many.
Okay. So your mom's, what do you think your mom is, 42?
44.
All right.
44.
All right. Pregnant at 17.
There you go.
I called it.
Yeah.
All right, Jenny. Say hi to the good folks over there in Harford County, all right?
Okay.
See your doctor,
all right.
please.
Hi.
And see, do they have doctors there?
Huh?
Do they have doctors there?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay.
You
Get
see
on
one
it.
of them.
Huh?
Yeah. Okay. I picture the doctor in Harford County looking like Floyd the Barber. A little bit. You know, those horn-rimmed glasses and
Yeah.
the pomade and the hair?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Oh, vagina. Oh, yes. Mark,
Yeah.
you're 23?
Yeah.
What's up?
Well, I got all kinds of problems going on right now. Really, I just lost my wife, and drugs is causing my problems, I've been doing it for quite a while, probably about 10 years now. And,
How many different drugs?
well, there's different ones, but mostly it's the weed,
Weed is the through line, huh?
Why did your wife leave you? Because of the drugs?
Yeah,
Really?
most part, yeah.
Well, what'd you do?
It just was never at 20s anyway, but...
Yeah. Well, you want to do something about it?
For a kid, yeah. But really, they're around here. I'm kind of. It's caused me, problems with my jobs and everything. And
I mean, that's the deal with drugs. Addiction is actually defined by its consequences. The
Right.
consequences primarily relationships, work, school,
Right.
health,
See,
finances, legal.
I go home, I get drunk every night, but it doesn't affect my work
So you're not an addict.
or relationships or anything else. So I'm not an addict. Thank you, Drew. Thank you very much.
used to it didn't, but now, it's.
Well, that's the way it works. All
It's
right.
progression in spite of consequences. That's
I've been doing it since I was a kid,
Good.
Yeah.
Well-
Well, you got to get treatment, Mark. The thing about addiction is what defines it is the inability to stop. If you could stop, you stop.
Right.
The fact that you can't stop suggests it sort of points to the fact that there's a very powerful biology operating here.
Well, there's another problem, though. The area I'm in, there really ain't very many affordable places to go.
Why don't you just start with a community program that's free, like MA or AA?
Well, the only ones I found was, like your alcoholics, but I didn't really, figure that would help.
It will help, but go to MA.
Where are you calling from?
Well, the Warsaw area. And I've checked into
Nebraska?
places.
I don't know. Where's Warsaw? Is it?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's in, like, Indiana.
Oh, all right. There we go.
It's a small town.
Yeah, see if you can find a MA, or why don't you just show up at a AA meeting and see if they can point you in the right direction.
Exactly.
Another thing is, I've looked into the other places, and most of them's like $25 an hour, and.
Yeah, that's why I said show up at the AA meeting.
The AA meeting is free. Free, go to AA, check out MA.
We're the world's dumbest scholars. We really do.
And if you can't stop in spite of community-based 12-step support, that's when you have to get treatment.
And what other universities say to someone, look, show up at AA meeting and see if they can't point you in the right direction? Well, okay, but I've tried some of the other ones, and those are $25. How do you reply to that? You just got to go right back to the AA again, right?
Mm-hmm.
What does everyone just have this sort of internal monologue going? Go to AA. It's free. You get some cookies. After you get a ton of coffee. After a year, you get a cake. It's wonderful.
Hooked on nicotine?
Bill, yeah, they hand out cigarettes and coffee. Bill, you're 23.
Yeah. Adam?
Yes.
How you doing?
Good.
I love the Man Show.
Why, thank you. Sunday nights, by the way, 10 o'clock on Comedy Central.
Yeah, and I hate to boost your ego there in front of Dr. Drew, but you are a genius, I believe.
Thank you. Thank you. I've known it for many years. I'm just trying to convince the world of it.
Usually he qualifies it as a super genius.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my next plateau.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I hear, rumblings and stuff occasionally about you maybe leaving Loveline. And
From where?
Well, you hear here and there people say that, they think that you're going to leave.
Just because he sounds tired and burnt out and doesn't give a damn about anybody doesn't mean he doesn't enjoy his 2 hours.
I think the problem is they wonder how long a man with my overwhelming talent will remain
that's what it must be.
At a lowly job like this.
Yes.
And it's because I'm dedicated to the kids, and I bought a second house, that I'm here every night for you.
Out of all the things I see you do, though, I think Loveline's actually probably the thing that you do the best, though.
Thank you, Bill.
Nice.
All right, so what's your question?
It's the greatest potential for him.
Well, my question is about something going on with my testicles. I know you like it when there's testicle questions.
I smell a song coming on.
Scrotum.
Scrotum. I was at Kari Wur's house tonight, by the way.
How'd that go?
Very nice.
What happened?
Very nice.
What happened?
Scrotum.
She was, her movie was premiering on VH1. Yeah, I stopped by at a little gathering over there. It was, hold on a second, Bill. I don't want to talk about a scrum for just yet. It was a little bit tricky. I went to Kari's house. Kari Wur was our guest last night. You know her from tons of junk. I mean stuff. You know what I'm saying. She did this VH1 movie, which premiered tonight. So she said, why don't you stop on by? I'm having a little premiere party over at my house. I said, fine. Now, I know that she lives basically down the hill from me a little bit, and I was at her house one time a year ago, 12:30 at night when I dropped her off, and the place was dark, and she was remodeling it, and she's up on this cul-de-sac with 1,000 stairs, and I wasn't sure it was her house. I couldn't hear any music or anything coming from it. It's way up on this hill, more stairs than to get to my house, if you can believe it. Yeah. So I truck up all these stairs. It's dark. It's like going into the woods. It's like it's like where Marlon Brando lived on Apocalypse Now. It's just way back there. And I come walking up, and I get to the top where the landing is, and there's a room with a light on, and I look, and there's a big guy with a tattoo who's getting dressed that I'm sort of staring at through the window, and I'm thinking, I'm at the wrong place.
Oh, no.
And the second I take a half step to my left, like, I got to get out of the way here, one of those sensor lights, one of those movement sensor floodlights hits me, and pow, it's like right on me. And I'm just standing there totally lit up while this guy's looking out at the window at me with his shirt off. We're in the middle of the wilderness, and I'm thinking, oh, Christ, no. And then I realized that that's the guest house. That's her guest, and her house is the next one over. And I scamper over to that. She had a handful of people over there. I ate some Bing cherries, had a beer, and toured the grounds, and enjoyed the first half hour of the VH1 special. Nice. Thank
Scrotum. Scrotum. I like to keep testes in.
Yeah.
Scrotum. Scrotum. SCRTUM. I'll keep them locked up in your BVDs. Unless you want to have them hang to your knees.
Everyone.
Scrotum. Scrotum. I like to keep your testes in.
Oh, man, she's lucky she's good looking. She is so nuts. Bill.
That's pretty good. Not quite as good as your vagina song, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, I may sing that later on tonight.
I like to hear it.
All right, so your scrotum feels like, what?
Like more stuff in there than there should be, maybe.
I see.
Well, physician needs to feel that.
Okay.
Okay, try to describe it to me. Let's see.
Okay, like, is it what, your epididymis that comes, like, off the actual testicle?
Yep.
Up and, like, going up into your body there?
Yep.
All right, how much...
Stuff?
How big or how...
Well, there can be a lot of stuff. The spermatic cord, the veins can engorge. It can feel like a bag of little worms up there sometimes.
That's about what
yeah, that can be normal. As long as there's nothing real hard or rock-like in there, you usually don't have anything to worry about. But sometimes these varicoceles, the swollen veins and all, can be an issue, so it ought to be checked out.
He described it as too much stuff, though.
Yeah, no,
but he didn't mean too much fluid. He meant
too much
parts.
If you've probably never done this. If you squeeze up near where the testes sort of joins the body, there's some stuff up there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Sometimes it can be thicker than other times.
I wonder what parts I haven't examined on myself. Not money.
Yeah, you work the nose every night.
I know the nose. I know the bunghole like the back of my hand.
Bunghole, you've
not always in that order, by the way.
Carved on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably the testy.
Yeah, I got to go with the testy just a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clearly, you haven't examined your penis carefully. You just keep running your hand over it.
That's right. It's a smoothing process. I'm whittling it down.
That's where it went.
All right. We will. Yes, I'm eroding my penis one swipe at a time. We'll take a little break. When we come back, we'll speak to Brandy. She's 24. Had sex since she was 12, but never had an orgasm. We'll be back to tell her why after this. Yeah. It's Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191.
Anderson's going to Hawaii.
Everclear's going to be in here tomorrow night. Anderson's going to Hawaii.
Next week?
Uh-oh.
No, you're not going?
I'm not going for like a month.
Oh.
All right. Good radio, Drew. That is fantastic.
I got to train early, though, you know.
He's training a new engineer.
I see. All right. It's all good. All right, so I gave the phone number. I said Everclear was going to be in here tomorrow night. And now we can hop back to the phones, right?
Right.
Speak to Brandy, who's 24 years old. Brandy?
Hi, Dr. Adam. How's it going?
Good.
Here's the problem. I've been having sex since I was 12, and with my ex 5 years ago, I had like one orgasm for 4.5 years of having sex with him.
That's not bad.
So,
pretty good by my standards, actually.
Oh, really?
I average one every 6, so that's a little early for me.
Well, and then my last ex that I had before I moved from Vegas up to Oregon, I was with him for like 6 months almost, and it was every time.
What were you doing in Vegas?
I lived there for the last 14 years.
Let's do a little Loveline recreation.
What were you doing in Vegas?
Wait, no, come on. Give me a clear line. Go ahead.
So, what were you doing in Vegas?
I lived there for the last 4 years. I'm guessing work for the government that you can't talk about.
CIA. The FBI, probably, yes. You're right.
Yeah.
I danced.
Oh, what a shocking revelation. Where'd you dance? I was just at a bar there.
You know, we've never spoken to a Brandy that didn't dance. You notice that?
Well, I don't dance. I train horses, too, but dancing makes my money.
What do you do with those horses?
I train them.
Oh, okay, because there's where the real money is.
No, I don't know.
And where did you dance in Vegas?
Several different places. I'd rather not mention on the radio.
Uh-huh. You do Olympic Gardens?
I know. Crazy Horse 2?
Crazy Horse 2? Okay. I didn't see Crazy Horse 1, but I read Crazy Horse 2, the book. All right, so anyway, Brandy, now you're living in Oregon?
Yeah.
Started having sex at 12, huh?
Yeah.
With who?
Well, with my fiance, who was like 20.
Yeah, this is... That's not a sex, that's sexual abuse.
Wait a minute. You were 12 and he was 20?
I started dancing when I was 13, so...
Yeah, that's a total mess, Brandy.
That's great.
That's why you have orgasm. You can't have intimacy.
Well, I've been intimate.
No.
To see with my ex, but then after 4 years of his alcohol...
Hold on a second.
That's acting out, trying to regain your dad.
You had a fiancé when you were how old?
12.
12?
12.
And he was 20?
He was 20. He was 20.
How much boozing did your dad do?
I have no idea.
Oh. Because,
how old were you when he left?
About a year.
I see.
How much boozing did he do?
How the hell does she know how much boozing he did in a year?
Didn't hear any stories about it or anything?
Your mom tell you any stories about how abusive he was?
No, she just told me he was never there. Even when he was there, he wasn't there.
All right. And what did the next guy do?
No next guy until I was like 6, and he didn't go boozing, nothing like that. I'm not the alcoholic, my ex-boyfriend was.
I know.
We understand, but
You found him, though.
Yeah, you found him.
Yeah, well, he's also the father of my child, unfortunately. But
Oh, you got a kid?
yes, I do. She's top of the class, and
Top of her class? What class? What are you doing? You're stacking blocks. How old is she?
she's 5. That's it. She's my 5-year-old.
Hold on a second.
Top of her class.
You're not even in the first grade. What class
You're not even
are you in?
kindergarten.
What class? Let me tell you how you make top of your class when you're 5. You don't poo, and when it's nap time, you nap. That's top of the class.
But you can imagine
the college is courting her already. Probably trying to give her a free ride, scholarship, something like that.
Actually getting a scholarship to a private school for first grade. She's in preschool right now.
For not cramping?
But you can imagine the perfectionism having to take care of the parents. And
Oh,
stuff.
boy. All right, Brandy. So listen.
But that has nothing to do with
Yeah. Okay. What is it?
Well, it's the fact that, since my last boyfriend, I haven't been able to orgasm. I mean, he was the only one, really, that I was with before my ex.
Right.
Or after my ex, and I'd like to know what the hell the problem is.
All right. Well, did these guys...
Hey, it just
right.
getting to that top plateau.
I see.
Are you on any medication?
Nope.
They do the oral sex on you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Just can't get there, huh?
No birth control pills?
Me?
Yep.
No, I've got my tubes tied.
Oh, good. Did the state intervene, or is that your idea?
That was my idea.
Very nice. I'm going to send you out a sweatshirt. So, Brandy, I think the problem is the intimacy. I'm with Drew. Hey, you had kind of a tough childhood, wouldn't you say?
Well, yeah, it was pretty...
Yeah. You had a 20-year-old fiancé when you were 12. You were dancing at 13. I think the way you view men is probably not the way a lot of other women view men. And it's not your fault, but it's the reality.
It's your experience.
So maybe a little therapy, read a few books, sort of loosen that grip on yourself just a little bit, let yourself go, be a little more intimate, and magically the orgasms will come.
Okay, I have one question then.
No.
Exactly how do you get to intimacy when you do? I mean, to let go? I mean, I let go quite a bit.
Yeah, but you need a ton of therapy.
You need to find somebody who's actually open to intimacy. You're only choosing guys who are not available. Either loaded or not available.
Okay.
And the other person has to, intimacy has to have mutuality, or it's not intimacy.
But don't worry about them right now. You just worry about you. I mean, you need to sit down with somebody with a notepad, big thick one, by the way, and talk all about what the hell happened, that you were dancing at 13 and had a fiancé at 12. Huh?
Tom.
Yeah, just...
because there was some abuse.
Okay, Brandy?
What?
You want to just rot in your own form of hell for the rest of your life, or do you want to work this out? Or you want to keep denying? You want to keep talking? You want to keep offering excuses?
I want to work my sexual problem out, but other than that, I'm okay.
Yeah, but your sexual problem is your whole problem. It's not a sexual problem. Okay, get the world's biggest vibrator and have the world's most greased-up guy apply it to you and see what happens.
Yeah,
okay?
I understand why people can't see symptoms of these sorts of problems the same way as any other problem. I mean, it's like saying, I'm short of breath, and I say, well, it's your heart failure. The fluid's building up your lungs. No, I just want you to fix my shortness of breath. Forget my heart.
Right.
Hey, it's because your heart's failing that you're short of breath. Well, this is why you're having your problem, that the system isn't operating normally.
Well, I mean, imagine what this girl's view of men is when she was had a fiancé was 20, when she was 12 and dancing at 13 and out of the house.
Think of who the guys are.
Okay, but listen, Brandy, you have to address that. Forget about your clitoris for 5 minutes. And do it on behalf of your kid, by the way, so that they won't have screwed up mommy. Keith?
Hello?
You're 26.
Yes, I am.
All right.
Having a...
Hold on, I have to go on a small rant here. I cannot understand why this country doesn't put any emphasis at all on psychological well-being.
Yeah.
Zero.
Mental health.
Mental health. And I don't mean mental health pills or mental health like incarcerating mentally handicapped people. I mean day in, day out societal mental health.
Yep.
People using, people are into exercise, people are into stretching, they're into yoga, they're into getting a massage, they're into pedicures and manicures. We understand all of that stuff, but we can't understand why someone like Brandy is having problems at 24 based on the cesspool she climbed out of, that she ran away from when she was 12 and a half with her 20-year-old fiancé. That has no bearing on her life. It's the most elementary, rudimentary equation in the world. And why that is not everyone's number one priority as a society is mind-boggling.
The only
to
way
me.
I can get people even to acknowledge it is to say, okay, you've got a 3-month-old puppy. You beat the hell out of it for a couple months. Are you surprised when that dog growls when people come up now for the rest of its life?
Yes.
It'll never be the same?
That is a fine example. You see a dog that walks around its tail between its legs sideways. It's because it got effed with for a very short period of time.
When it was a puppy.
And now the dog...
Or a cat, same thing.
...is 11. That's 144 to you and me. And it's still walking around with the tail between its legs.
It's never the same.
Why that connection? And that's a dog. And by the way, we have more of those tendencies than even a dog does.
Way more.
Way more.
Because we recreate it over and over and over again. The dog just has sort of a demeanor. We recreate it.
Well, a dog's brain would be the equivalent to a floor jack, where ours is like a pipe organ or something.
Yeah,
ours is much more, could get screwed up much more easily if you dumped water on it.
Although this model keeps going. It seems kind of interesting that the dog that bares its teeth at everybody does get mistreated.
Yes.
Continues to get mistreated.
Right. All right, everyone. Please realize that connection between your past and do something about it. It's all right. And here's the good news. You'll get way ahead of the game. If you're the only person on your block who's doing it, you'll have the world by the tail. You'll have everything figured out. Good relationships. You won't screw up your kids. You'll go as far as you want in life. Keith?
Hello.
You're 26.
Yes, I am. My question is for Dr. Drew.
Yeah.
But I love your show. It's very informative, and I've listened to it for a long time.
Thanks, Keith.
Thanks.
What's up?
I'm having flashbacks, and I'm having one right now, actually.
LSD flashbacks?
Sir?
LSD flashbacks?
Yes, sir.
And what are the manifestations?
Tracers, vividness of color, sensitivity to sounds.
Okay. How long do they last for?
Actually, it's been going on now for 4 or 5 days.
Okay.
Wow. How much acid did you do?
About 20 to 30 times when I was like 16 to 20.
Did you take any large hits?
No more than 5 at a time.
Oh boy, that sounds big to me.
Yeah.
It seems like a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so there you go.
All that stuff, but I get to college.
Wait a minute, how did you do 20 to 30 hits of acid and then you did 5 at one time? I mean...
20 to 30 times.
He means 100 hits of acid.
Different episodes, at the most 5 hits.
Oh, I see. 20 or 30 different times, but could be 4 or 5 hits per time.
That was my max. I mean, I'd take like a tab occasionally and that'd be it.
Right. Yeah, I know.
I just want to know if they're going to become permanent, because I've gotten clean now and do the AA and NA thing and all that stuff, and it's been 4 or 5 years, but...
Are you on any medications or anything?
Wellbutrin SR. And it happened one time before, about a year ago, when I was taking Serazone.
Yeah, I wonder if it's some reaction to the antidepressant with the injury that LSD causes sometimes.
Well, I also got diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yeah, that wouldn't figure on this, but I would talk to your psychiatrist about the Wellbutrin. Did you say Wellbutrin?
Wellbutrin.
Yeah, that it might be triggering something. That makes some sense to me that it might.
Will these become permanent, if so?
Not typically, not like this, not like all of a sudden. Usually if there's going to be permanent problems like this, it's after a big exposure.
What's the PTSD from?
Just my father was quite the intensive sadist. So,
I see.
So I assume that's what it's for. It could be, I guess, toxic shock from all the LSD or something.
All right. All right, Keith, what are you doing? Working heavy machinery? What do you do for a living?
Trying to get into med school.
All righty.
I was one of those guys with 150, and I just burned off about 20, 30 points.
Yeah, you know my theory about that. That's fine. Still way ahead of the game.
Trying.
All right, but listen, be careful. You don't want to get your hands on the medicine cabinet once you get in there.
He's in
recovery.
I mean? He's in recovery.
Yeah, I know, but this guy could snap, you know?
After I go to my meetings, I talk.
Okay.
No, you'll be fine, Keith.
You're good, Keith. Have fun in medical
school.
Good
luck.
All right, bye.
All right, bye-bye. Yeah, see, this guy proves my theory very well. He had 150 IQ. He burned off 25, 30 points. Still ahead of the game. All right. We're going to take ourselves a little break. What are you doing there, Drew?
We're going to break.
I know, but I just want to say hi to Nathan. Nathan, you're 15?
Yeah.
You want to know how to convince your girlfriend that you're not cheating?
Yeah.
Okay. Could you just explain it to her?
Yeah, I tried telling her, and...
Why does she think you're cheating?
Well, supposedly some of my ex-friends, went and talked to her. I called her up and told her that...
And you weren't cheating?
I wasn't cheating.
Okay.
That's her problem.
We're done with you. Listen, everyone. Hey, Drew?
Yeah.
In your life, have you ever been accused of something or had someone believe something that you really didn't do and had it really affect you? Do you know what I'm saying? I personally never have.
Yeah, but nothing affects you.
I've never been able. Well, that's true. I've never had anyone believe something that didn't happen that I wasn't able to explain to them didn't happen.
Right.
If it didn't happen.
Right.
Or it was sort of, listen, screw you if you really believe it.
Right.
But, I mean, really think about your life. What are you? You're 57 now, right?
58.
58. Have you really, has there been any time anyone said anything
No.
about you that you didn't do
Yeah.
that really affected you?
No.
No, it doesn't. It never
Well,
does.
you know what, though? I'm just thinking about
I
this.
want to know how everyone goes through life thinking
why?
this happens.
I
It
was
never
think-
happens.
I'm thinking about some times I've been like in front of depositions and stuff where they start accusing you of stuff, and I have a history of having been so shame-based.
Yes.
I'm not that way right now, but that it wouldn't feel awful to me. That just felt awful. Being accused of something and not being able to defend yourself was just an awful feeling.
Right. But it feels awful, but it didn't affect you in any way.
It felt pretty bad, but no, I went about my life.
Okay. Thanks for crapping on my point, by the way. We're going to take a little break. We'll be back after this. Yeah, it's Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That's Dr. Drew. All right, let's go back to break. I want to finish talking to Drew.
We're getting into some good stuff.
Very provocative conversation about our childhood in here. And, yeah, there you go. Yeah, we'll do an extra long segment when we come back, huh? What's wrong with that? Hey, well, mix it up a little, Anderson.
Play a song or something. Let's go.
Yeah, where's the band? Who's going to be in tomorrow night? Everclear. We must have their CD floating around here somewhere. Ow!
Get down, get down.
Asshole.
Get down, get down. Get down, get down.
You're fat.
Get down, get down.
If I find you, have sex with me. Gee, it hurts. Have sex with me. Faggot better have sex with me. I want to have sex with me. I was bored, so I had anal sex. Gee, it hurts. I'm still a virgin. Tried to be straight, or I thought I should be straight, and I was confused. You know, pee on this makes me sick. Hurts when I urinate. Makes me sick. Anal sex makes me sick. This guy's penis makes me sick. I've had anal sex, but felt no effect. I got these lesions. Gee, it hurts. Still a virgin. Makes me sick. It's called intimacy. Can I say that? You're fat. You're gay. Confused. You're sick. You're overweight. You're still a virgin. You're dysfunctional. Not acceptable.
Dr. Drew's right.
All right. We finished our conversation. Do you have Inagata DeVita in there?
No, we're done. We finished it.
Oh, okay. I want to get on to another conversation.
Well, we will. We got about 5 minutes.
Okay. All right. Where were we? Jim. Yeah. Jim?
I am a whore.
Oh, yeah.
I'll do you more down on the floor, cause I'm a whore. I'll lick your butt.
Oh.
Cause I'm a slut.
Jim?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, you're 19?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up?
I was just actually wondering if there was any way to make, sex with my fiance more, easy.
Hey, speaking of anal sex...
Rub Coke on her anus and numb it up.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Wow. You know that personally?
Oh, yes.
New England Journal...
I mean, I've never done it to somebody, but I've certainly had it done on me.
New England Journal...
Number of times.
Just came...
Millions.
Excellent.
Yeah. What's that, Drew?
New England Journal just came out with an article today that I read that was revisiting the incidence of HIV in men who have sex with men, particularly anal sex, and it's like 10%. I know.
What do you mean 10%?
HIV.
So what does that mean?
1 out of 10 have it. If they engage in that behavior, there's like in an urban center again.
Yeah.
It's like 1 out of 10.
Small price to pay for some good cornhole on it.
It's like 7%, 7.2%. Remember, it was just amazing.
That's very high.
I mean,
yeah.
I'm not sure we're making enough of this again. We need to sort of
the cornhole.
Well, HIV.
Jim's not bi though. No. I mean, he's straight.
Yeah.
All right. So Jim, you want to make it more comfortable?
Yeah.
All right, and you use lubricant.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. What I'll do oftentimes, and this might help you, is I'll cram my flaccid penis into a girl's rectum using one of those extended shoehorn things, the ones with the horse head on it. I'll just pack it up in there, and then I'll become erect once I'm inside. It's much slower and less painful.
Right.
You remember those shoehorns, a bamboo stick about 2 feet long and a horse's head on the end of it?
Yeah. Got one of the, yeah.
We'll use one of those. I don't know, plenty of lubrication and I guess warm it up a little, you know?
Many women, no matter what you do, it ain't going to work.
Yeah. Especially if you got one of them big mushroom schlongs. Big cauliflower shalong. Scott? Scotty?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have a question for Dr. Drew.
Yeah.
I've been with my girlfriend for about, 2 years now, almost exactly.
Uh-huh.
And
No.
We didn't hear that, Scott.
I'm sorry, maybe my phone's cut out.
All right.
The question isn't about me and her. The question is actually about me. It's on my actual scrotum. It's kind of like a rash,
scrotum.
But it's not a rash.
Mm-hmm.
And it just came about yesterday, and it's a...
Hang on a second. It's actual scrotum. It's a rash, but it's not a rash. Came yesterday, but not really yesterday. Okay.
No, it came on yesterday, just out of the blue, kind of, and it was kind of like there was a liquid there.
Yeah.
And then today it's kind of like scabbing over in a sense, and it's pain to the touch.
Yeah.
So it's an ulcer.
It's an ulcer?
All right. I cannot deal with Scott anymore because he's officially the world's dumbest caller. So, which is not easy to do on this show. Could be herpes.
It could be herpes. Could be just some sort of erosions. Some sort of friction.
Okay. Now, let's say it is herpes.
Yeah.
Or, well, okay, let's say it's herpes.
All right.
It's not going to hurt anything by him sort of sitting on it for a week and seeing where it goes, right?
No, but herpes are very difficult to diagnose if you can't see a clear lesion.
So then he wouldn't know he had it.
Right.
For the next time.
It's better to have a doctor look at it when they're active. That's true of any rash. It's very hard to diagnose rashes after they're gone or after they're scratched off. All
right, so he should get in there and get it looked at.
Right.
While it's like you want the detective coming onto the crime scene while the blood is still wet.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Before everything gets dried up. Where are we going? Okay. Stacy?
Stacy?
Yes. Caller who goes by Stacy?
Hello?
Yes.
Yes, I'm on a medication called Paxil, and I was wondering what the side effects were if they were mixed with crystal meth.
Mm-hmm.
Your head will explode.
Not a good thing. Hey, have people backed off a little on the meth? I haven't heard as much about it over the last 6 months.
No.
Have you heard that much about it over the last?
I deal with it every goddamn
Not on
day.
this show.
Not on this show, that's true.
Well, I'm not talking about your personal life.
No, my practice. But listen, Paxil is an antidepressant. If you're taking crystal meth...
I'm taking it for anxiety.
That's fine, but anxiety is a depression symptom many times.
Okay.
And if you're taking stimulants, that's why you're anxious, and it may also be why you're depressed. So to be doing drugs and taking Paxil is unnecessary. You need to go talk to your doctor about the drugs you're doing, because that might be the entire problem here.
I'm not doing them. It says not to drink and not to, smoke pot and stuff, and I've never had a side effect from that, so I thought maybe...
Okay, this is what I'm talking about. You need to talk to your doctor about all these drugs you're doing. That's probably why you're having the anxiety.
Okay.
These drugs affect your brain. The brain chemistry gets affected, and anxiety and panic and these sorts of things get triggered. To be taking Paxil in the face of that cause is a mistake, and putting you at risk for this potential interaction with these substances too. So it's not a good idea.
All right, Stacey.
I'm not saying don't take your Paxil. I'm saying talk to your doctor about what's going on.
Honey, you're 17. You don't have enough problems? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, you want to screw yourself up even? Why don't you just hit yourself on the head with a frying pan? You're 17, you little screwball. Straighten yourself out. What are you doing? What do you want to do with your life? What's your plan?
I don't know.
Let me explain something. I know when you're 17, you think you die when you're 22. You don't. You die at 82. And the time between 17 and 82, it can suck. Okay? So clear your mind out a little bit and get your ass together.
Okay.
Thank you. How dare you? How dare you?
By the way, next time you call one of our callers honey, I think I'll vomit.
All right, sweet pea.
Once again, this damn show interfered with our discussion.
Drew and I are really getting into it tonight. Let me tell you something. I'd like to pay my partner a compliment.
Oh, wow. Oh, I'll remember this moment.
Please do. And listen, I know you have difficulty absorbing the good. You're like
You've noticed that.
You're like an evil sponge that only absorbs the bad.
Yes.
I say, who would not give the right foot to sit in a room with Dr. Drew and talk to him on a nightly basis?
Wow,
I mean, one of the most interesting, intelligent, provocative guys in the world, and I get to sit here night in and night out, and granted, I don't necessarily appreciate it on a nightly basis.
Or like me.
No, I always like you. How dare you? How dare you? Please, absorb this.
Letting it in.
Absorb this, please.
And it's interesting how uncomfortable it is
Save
for me.
your commentary.
No.
Just absorb it. That for quite a few people around this country, and you have to kind of, I know, Drew, to you, you're you, and your self-esteem isn't what it could be, and you're used to you by now, so it's no big deal hanging around with you, but think about all the people in this country that would really just love to sit next to you on a plane or in a room and chew the fat with you, talk to you about, pick your brain, get your many years of wisdom, information, knowledge imparted on them. And it really is a unique opportunity. And I don't take it for granted. And Drew and I have great, interesting conversations, and it never stops. I mean, when we go to commercial, when we're done talking to you, then it's right back into this human condition. Now, it's not about the 17-year-olds that are smoking crack, although a lot of the times it is. Yeah. I mean, the conversation will just carry straight through the commercials, and it does with our guests a lot of the times too. And it's how you know we want to be here, because it's what we would do anyway. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. No, thank you, David.
Yeah. No, it's a greater pleasure for me.
No, I'm Don Francisco's sister. David, you're 16. What's up?
I'm just wondering, I've been with my girlfriend for 3 months now, and we've gone at it for everything up to sex, but not sex, for hours, like 2 hours at least each time, and she still hasn't been able to make me climax.
Do you masturbate?
Yes, I do.
And is there any problem then?
Not at all.
And how fast do you do it then?
I could get it in 5 minutes.
Or do you have the Carolla syndrome, where you have the ninja effect, where you can do whatever you want?
Thank you.
I don't know. I can get it in like 5 minutes, and I can make it last.
Oh, it is the Carolla syndrome.
Thank you.
Okay, good.
Yes.
You advise him.
I found the chosen
one of your brethren.
All right, David.
Yeah?
But when you masturbate, you can do it very quickly.
Yes.
And what position are you in when you masturbate?
I'm lying on my back.
Oh, this is...
I see.
Here we go.
You're on your back.
Yep.
Yeah. Can you get her to get on top of you so that you can be in that same position that you're used to when you masturbate?
She's done that before.
And how's that suit you? Does it feel like you're getting any closer?
It feels great, but I still can't climax.
But here's my question. If you were on top of her,
yeah,
would you be closer or farther away from it than if you were on your back?
From it?
The climax.
Oh, probably further away.
Right. So here's what I'm saying. You masturbate how often?
At least 3 or 4 times a week.
So recreate the magic.
Yeah. Your penis is used to you being on your back and being stimulated while your legs are locked out or whatever in front of you, right?
Right.
Right. So you get in that same position, you get her on top, and you maintain that position, and eventually your penis is going to wake up and something's going to happen.
All right.
That's my point.
Okay.
Shouldn't be tried by everyone. This is just for the Carolla brethren.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, use some birth control, though, right?
Right.
What are you using?
She's just seen her gynecologist for the pill.
All right, so you can wait a month, and what are you going to use in the meantime?
Condom.
There you go.
All right there, David.
All right.
You'll be fine.
Bye.
All right. It's good.
Of course, the condom will not let him have it.
Yeah, let's not plant that seed. Carrie?
Yeah.
You're 15.
Yeah.
What's up?
Okay. I have an itch down there.
Yeah.
And I was with a guy like a week ago, I think.
Oh, no. You had sex with him?
No, he just like he went like down on.
He went down on you?
Are you okay?
You crying or laughing?
I'm laughing.
Oh, okay. No. That happens to me sometimes when I go down on a girl.
Oh.
That she laughs.
Yeah, it's more of a guffaw.
But I tried to tell my mom about it, like to take me to the doctors or something.
Mm-hmm.
But like she called me a slut and stuff.
Your mom did?
Yeah, so
very sensitive.
Yeah. I remember the first time my mom called me a slut.
You were 3 though, right?
It was like I was 6. It was really one of those international coffee type scenarios. I think we were sitting out at our summer place. Just you know the calm on the lake as the sun sets.
Right. Wooden chairs.
All right. So your mom called you slut.
So I told her that,
What's going on in the background there?
my friend,
What's she doing?
she's like making noises.
Wow. Could you tell her to shut up, please? All right, so you went to the gynecologist?
I didn't, because I told her that it went away because she, like, was threatening, like, not to let me go out and just, like, ground me and stuff.
Oh, God. Well, why don't you go to Planned Parenthood then? Somewhere you can go by yourself.
I can go by myself?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's the number. Ready?
Okay. Let me get a pen. All right.
While you're there, you pick up a brochure. So, you're a slut. I think they have it right at the cash register.
It's actually so your mom called you a slut.
So your mom called you a slut.
Yeah. Okay. 1-800.
1-800.
230.
Okay.
PLAN.
ELAN.
Okay.
P.
Uh-huh.
P as in urinate.
Uh-huh.
LAN.
Okay.
1-800-230-PLAN.
All right.
And they'll refer you somewhere locally.
You know, it's funny. They must have those goofy posters up at Planned Parenthood. Like, you know, when you go to any sort of state-run facility, you see those pictures. Usually,
takes a real man to be a father.
Stick figure kind of guy wearing a hard hat, saying safety is no accident, that kind of thing. You know, when you go down to like the Department of Building and Safety, you'll see that kind of stuff on the wall.
Right.
They must have those same goofy figures on a poster.
No, it's all very sort of model perfect people with their kids on their shoulder.
Oh, really?
Yeah, kind of stuff. Yeah.
What is it, by the way, about those posters that I'm talking about, whether it's at school or like whether it's at any state-run thing? Like I said, that you know, you go to the DMV, you'll see them.
Yeah.
You go to the Department of Building Safety, you'll see them. What is it about those posters that are so ineffective and unattractive?
Well, first
you know
of
what
all,
I mean? Like,
organizations like DMV, it sort of attracts such creative types into their ranks.
No, but I mean, what I mean is you look at that poster and it's just, there's nothing, you've never seen anything less appealing or that makes you not want to do whatever the poster wants you to do less.
Now,
how do they work that? How do they get that down to such an art?
Well, now think of the culture at the DMV.
All right, I understand. You know what I said would be really funny? I was down at the DMV a couple of months ago renewing my license, and I was talking to the guy who, when you fill out, you know, your stuff, your address, your name, your height, and your weight in the box, and you slide it back to him, he processes it. I said to him, you know what you ought to do? Every time a woman comes here and slides one back to you, look at her, look down, and go,
no way.
5'5", 130? I don't think so. Now, I don't want to offend you, ma'am, but it's important that we get this stuff right in case there's an accident or you get into some kind of legal trouble. Now, I got you probably about 5'2", maybe about 205, and just watch him freak. You know, just try to keep a straight face and be as earnest as possible and go, okay, listen, you got to work with me. I don't know if you're 205. We have a scale in the back. I don't want this to get to the point where I get the scale out, but you know 130. So I'm just going to write in 185. Just watch him just go nuts and just really say, listen.
It's important.
You understand that I am a representative of the state of California and that I have sworn in on this position and that I can lose my job if the information on this is not accurate. So, 185. Wouldn't that be great? And let's fix the 5'5". Let's bring that down to 5'2", 185, and you're lucky.
I'm being kind to you.
Yes, you're lucky. I'm in a good mood. You're lucky it's Friday. You come in here on Monday, you're 245. Oh, that would be a great gig. Tim, they must have to say that at some point.
If somebody's just flat out off the wall.
Well, I mean,
that'd be the other thing to do is come in.
I mean, your description on your license sort of has to fit you, you know, whether your eyes brown and your height and your weight and stuff. And if, you know, someone comes in and they're 175 pounds and they say 120, you kind of got to say something, don't you?
I don't think they spent enough time to even look at that.
Tim?
Yeah?
You're 21.
No, actually, I'm 23.
Oh, okay, that's better.
I'm 23.
Okay. What's up?
Okay, I got two questions. I'm a long-time listener for one, okay? But I've been smoking marijuana since I was 5 years old.
Regularly?
Regularly. I smoke like 9 bags a day.
Interesting.
Easy.
Since 5?
Since 5.
Just listen to his voice for a second. You peg him at 22?
You're gay.
No.
He's Tiny Tim.
Yeah, Tiny.
Not Tony.
How tall are you?
I'm 6'3",
How much you weigh?
190.
See, if I worked at DMV, you'd be up at 220.
Yeah, that are 120.
Tim, how do you smoke pot at 5?
Well, let me explain to you. I have brothers that were a big pothead, okay? And I'm not saying no names or nothing, because they're known real well in the world now. And they used to give me joints all the time, and I just used to smoke it. Just keep smoking.
How old were they?
The youngest one were maybe 19.
All right.
At the time.
You have brothers that were 15 years older than you, and they're known real well in the world? Wayne's brothers?
No.
No.
I can't.
Who knows them?
FBI.
Well, so they're fugitives. They're not celebrities.
Well, yeah, put it that way.
Okay.
Well, part of their criminal behavior was acted out on you.
How many brothers were there altogether?
4 of us.
4 of you.
Yes.
This is why I always pray that screwed up moms give birth to daughters so we can have more strippers and less criminals.
Was it Mom's Mabley? What was that family?
Yeah.
That ain't the best of it.
Yeah.
All right, I've been on lithium and thorazine for the last 3 years.
Yeah, that could be. I'm sure your brothers inflicted other than just cannabis upon you.
Right, I guess. I don't know.
Right, and that may have contributed to your psychiatric condition, but the pot also figured in, I'm sure.
All right, so
and I'm sure pot's not your only drug.
What are you doing now for a living?
For a living, I work for a radio station.
I see. And is your mother disappointed that you didn't go into a life of crime?
No.
I see.
She's glad, actually.
Yeah.
I
listen,
cannot picture
And
him.
seriously, are your 3 brothers all like fugitives from the law?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I would do if I was in charge?
What?
I'd go lock your mom right up in a heartbeat. I'd beat the crap out of that old bitch.
Got one more question.
I definitely would lock her ass up. I'd say, listen, whatever it is, you did it. Now, we can't find them, but we know where you are. Come on down.
Where's Dad?
What type of effects?
Lock Dad up, too.
Dad's already locked up.
There you go.
Surprise.
Already locked up for murder.
Oh.
There it is. Yeah.
That would cause my whole problem, probably.
Well, there's a lot, Tim, to try to sort of tease out a simple description of what's gone on with you is essentially impossible.
Okay.
Okay, pot is one of the variables here.
What would happen if I get off of it?
It would improve your situation to get into a program of recovery. And before anybody could really work with you on anything else, you'd have to do that as a first step.
At first, okay.
Yeah.
My other question is, Dr. Drew?
Yeah.
Is I have a girlfriend that I just broke up with about a week ago because she told me she went to the hospital and she has warts, supposedly, and she had to have them burned out.
Mm-hmm.
And we broke up over an argument. She was blaming me for it.
Mm.
And I told her it was not me because I was with no other woman before her.
Mm.
Is it possibly that I was born with warts?
No. I mean, you would have known that. No. Although many, Adam, men have the wart virus and don't know it.
You swing by the ATM next Wednesday when we check my penis for warts. That's all I ask.
So we got to bring $100 down on the table next Wednesday.
$100.
What time of the show are we going to do this? Let's make sure we have the proper audience available.
Well,
straight up 11, right after the top of the hour.
All right, we'll build into it.
Yeah, Marcel will be in the first hour. You can abuse him the way you normally abuse me, and then we'll get out that big magnifying glass.
Mm-hmm.
Paint your penis in the acetic acid.
That's right.
And then we will just find whatever the hell is there.
That's right. Which will be nothing. You'll be nothing. And I might pee on one of you while my penis is out. It's a defensive technique I learned in summer camp.
Brewing.
Yes. Oh, yes. Danielle?
Yes.
You're 22?
Yes.
What's your question tonight?
I want to know if it's dangerous at all to swallow.
At all?
Yeah.
It adds to the risk. Things like HIV, hepatitis.
I'm in a 5-year monogamous relationship.
Oh. No, you're fine.
That's what it adds the risk for.
All right. But there's nothing can you pass a cold on that way?
Hmm.
No, I mean...
What? Interesting question.
Or anything?
What?
It's not going to make me sick or mess me up.
No.
Your boyfriend's been working on you about this, huh?
No, I...
Yeah.
Does he need you to swallow?
No. Did it before, but then one of my girlfriends said it was nasty, so I stopped doing it, and then I was like, well, what if it is dangerous, that...
It's not dangerous by itself. It has potential of increase in risk of sexually transmitted disease, but that's it.
Can't you, but Does he want you to swallow it?
Of course.
Yeah, but can't you just detain it for a little while until you get to the toilet?
Oh, that's worse, dude. Come on.
That's
It
even
is?
more gross.
In your mouth? No.
Just put it in your mouth and spit it out.
Oh, no.
Okay, listen, I've made this analogy 1,000 times, and I've done this 1,000 times. I'm at the refrigerator, I take a swig off of the milk cart, and the milk has gone bad. Do I go, well, I better just cut my losses and swallow it?
Or do you spit it
Or
out?
do I just walk over to the sink and spit it into the sink? What's nastier? You tell me. And just replace semen with anything. Bad milk, gasoline, a beer that was sitting around a party that somebody put a cigarette out in or something like that. You take a swig off it, you get it in your mouth, you realize very quickly that you don't want to swallow what's in your mouth, so you walk over to the sink and you spit it out in the sink. What is wrong with that? Why is that worse than swallowing it? Like I said, using the milk analogy, what would you do? Just go, I got the rancid milk in my mouth, I guess I just have to finish what I started, or spit it in the sink. It's not that bad. Yeah. What happened to buttermilk, by the way? Didn't people used to drink buttermilk?
Yeah.
Remember buttermilk?
Yeah, why did people drink that?
I don't know why people drank buttermilk.
It's like extra fat milk.
My grandfather liked buttermilk. He claimed it was very
good for his bowels.
Thirst quenching. There's nothing better than a cold buttermilk. And I was like, what, you mean like what? After a good game of 2-on-2 basketball, you're going to chug some buttermilk, Grandpa?
Why just melt down some, I can't believe it's not butter or something, and drink that.
Yeah, I don't know what buttermilk is. It's sour milk. It's not that bad, really. Yeah, you know, that's the thing. See, my grandpa was Hungarian, so he'd bring home all kinds, like, what's for lunch? Buttermilk and tongue. Oh. Yeah, that's good.
You know, I was talking to Kari last night. It was kind of interesting. Did you pick up what she was saying about why women in the 18 to 22 age group want to have a lot of sex? Did you pick that up?
You know, here's the thing about Kari. I needed the Kari filter.
I know.
She comes. What comes out of her mouth is like a pump action shotgun, just being, the cop just firing as many rounds as you can out, and it scatters everywhere. And I just couldn't grab on to too much of it. Although it sounded like some of it made sense, I still didn't know what she was talking about.
She made a point that we've heard several times before, which is that at that age, women, if they're doing that, they're looking for power. And to them...
Oh, they're having sex at 17.
With lots of guys. It's for power. And for a guy, it's not about that. And they can't get that message. For a guy, it's about the sex.
It's an interesting point, which is... Whatever it is you do, you just assume everyone else does it for the same reason.
Exactly.
And everyone does this with everything in life.
Yes.
Whatever it is. And you're right half the time. I mean, you take your car to the car wash, the guy behind you is probably there to get his car clean, too, and you can just go through your life that way. So if you're doing something like having sex and you're a 17-year-old woman and you're doing it for power, you can kind of assume that the guy is doing it for power, too. And so then there becomes this power struggle that doesn't really exist.
Right.
It's like, I'm going to win out. I'm not going to prove. I'm going to show him. I'm going to prove
I'm
this. I'm going to do that.
I'm
going to get that. And meanwhile, the guy's like, hey, I just want to get a BJ.
Women can't understand. Men are extraordinarily concrete about that. I mean, that's the end.
We don't want the power. We want to get off.
They don't want the relationship. They don't want the power.
Just want to come.
Yeah.
There you go. Yes, interesting point. Catherine.
Yes.
You're 19. What's up?
Yeah. I've been going out with my boyfriend for about 4 years. And, well, when I was younger, I was molested. And I can't, like, out of the moment or when we're not together, I want to be intimate with him. I want to have sex with him. But when we're together, I just can't. I guess you could call it like a flashback, but not really, because I don't picture it in my head. It's
Right, you flash back to that feeling state.
Who molested you?
my brother.
How old was he?
He's 3 years older than I am.
You been treated for this?
No.
Why not?
I don't know.
Okay, if you want to start having a healthy relationship with your boyfriend, you're going to need some treatment.
How long did it go on for?
Well, it probably started when I was about 7 years old, and it went on until I was about maybe 10.
Not good.
No, just 3 years. Oh, boy. And what did he do with you?
He just did oral.
Mm. I don't know why. Like, I don't know what we're expecting that we're going to go, well, there you go. Yeah, I mean,
jolly good.
What could possibly come out of her mouth? Cheers.
Here.
He did the oral on you. Back and forth. Yeah?
Pardon?
You guys did oral on each other?
I can on him, but I can't...
No. You're with your brother.
No, not on my brother. I thought you were talking about...
Oh, he just did on you.
Yeah.
That's low self-esteem. He needs to see a therapist. And what is this guy doing today? Oh, please tell me he doesn't have a family of his own.
Your brother.
No, he's going to get married in about a year and a half, though.
Oh boy. And this is your full brother, right?
Yes.
And what do you think was up with him? You know, what's going on at the home there that he decides this is a good plan?
You know what? I'm not altogether sure. I don't really know.
You think he was beaten on or abused or anything?
Molested himself?
No.
No?
No.
All right. All right, listen, Catherine, you got to get some help, all right?
This isn't going to change without some treatment.
Okay.
All right.
A little treatment, everything will be good, all right?
All right.
All right.
All right. 3 years. Oh. How do you drop the ball as a parent, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, how do you so out of tune with your own goddamn kids that you don't know that one of them's going down on the other one for 3 years? And forget about grades, report cards, parent-teacher conferences and soccer games. Your kid's doing it inside of your house for 3 years, and you ain't hip to that? You're not feeling that vibe? You're not sussing that out? This isn't something that's went on at summer camp once when the kids went up north for 2 weeks. This is going on in the room, in the living room, in the treehouse. How far removed from your own kids you got to be that you can't suss that out? Again, lock up the parents. Horrible parenting. That's it.
We have parent camps. I mean, like work camps, you know?
Yeah, listen, when I'm in charge, they're not going to be called camps. We're going to call gulags.
Concentration camps.
That's right. Internment camps. I'm going to lock them all up. And no problem with that at all. All right, we're going to take ourselves a little break, and we'll be back with the show after this. Hey, it's Loveline. I got a fax from talking about the Family Guy last night. And let me say this about the Family Guy. I went over there and did another voiceover for the Family Guy. I really like the Family Guy. I think it's a really funny show. It makes me laugh out loud. And to tell you the truth, I haven't seen a comedy that has made me laugh that much in a few years. I really do enjoy the Family Guy. I may have a soft spot for the animated stuff. I've always loved The Simpsons.
And potty humor.
And the potty humor, and I like The Critic as well. But when it was on, but I like the Family Guy a lot, and I know it's kind of a little bit in Dutch over there with the network. They're not quite sure whether it's going or staying, and if you guys could support good shows, that'd be great. I think the Family Guy's on Fox Tuesday nights. They move it around a little bit. I think it's like Tuesday nights at like 8:30 or 9. I think it was on at 9
My kids
last
were
week.
watching it last night. They very much appreciated the potty humor.
It's really funny, the Family Guy. It really is. I know there's tons and tons of crap out there, but this is really funny. I really enjoy it, and I hope it stays around. And if it stays around long enough, you'll hear me on it. That's really my concern. Jennifer?
Yes.
All right, so you're 16 years old?
Yes.
What's up?
Hi. After I have sex with, well, he's not really my boyfriend, but I'm seeing him. After I have sex with him, I get really, really, really depressed to where, like, I don't want to eat or anything.
Is this your first partner?
No.
How old were you when you started all this?
Well, 12.
Oh, boy.
So wait a minute, say it again? I was thinking about something else.
Having sex when she was 12. How many guys have you been with?
6.
Oh, boy. And has each of them caused a depression like this?
No, this is the first one.
Is this guy you're really involved with?
Well, sort of. Not really. I mean, I have feelings for him, but
What do you think it is?
sort of together with him for like about 2 years.
Being depressed, I got to fart. Let's see if we can
Feel better?
Let's see if we can get something going in here.
Careful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm going to use this blade here. Yeah.
Unacceptable. Careful.
Oh, no. No, hey, I'm sorry, man. Hey, hey, dude. Hey, brother. Bro. Hey, guy.
Yeah, man. You cool?
I'm sorry, man. Hey, man, Drew, don't retaliate, though. Don't retaliate.
That was good.
Yeah, I'm sorry, okay? I said I was sorry.
So nice earlier tonight, I'll accept.
I made a mistake. A little slip of the anus. It won't happen again.
That was quite a slip.
Thank you. It was more of a Brody. Last time I broke wind in here, Jennifer, Drew sent back a salvo about 10 minutes later that really destroyed the studio. Lycus came in here at 5 o'clock the next day, was complaining about it.
Always try to remember what to do if the atom bomb explodes right then. It's a bomb. Duck and cover.
All right, Jennifer. So, what?
Man.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's still around. This whole studio is fabric, so you break wind in here, and it sticks around for a while. Watch, if I smack the wall, I could probably get a fart I let out 2 years ago. Want to try? All right, Jennifer, so let's see. What's up with you? Sex with 6 guys. You're 16, first had sex at 12. Then you get depressed after sex.
Well,
Been with this guy for 2 years, but she doesn't really love him.
All right, break up with him.
well, we're not really together. We each, like, sort of see other people.
How old is this guy?
19.
Yeah. Hey, baby. Why are you growing up so fast?
I don't know.
Slow down a little bit.
Is it the connection and the disconnect you have?
Well, I don't know. See, like, I really want to, but then afterwards, I feel, like, really bad, and I feel like I shouldn't have done it.
But is it that you feel bad about yourself for having engaged with somebody that doesn't really care about you? Or is it that you feel really connected for that moment, and when that's ripped away, you feel that that abandonment?
Yeah, basically.
Abandonment. What?
Just laughing about that part.
Jennifer, isn't
36 years old. I'm in here breaking wind. It keeps me young. Jennifer? Yeah, speaking of keeping young, and listen, don't be in such a hurry. Let me tell you something about being an adult. It's not great. It's better to be in high school. It is. So I don't know what your plan is. It's not a good one. Just slow down. Not everyone's daddy. Stop using men to build yourself up and make you feel a certain way. Hey, here's an overall plan for everyone. Stop using everyone else to make you feel a certain way.
Yep.
You worry about the way you feel, and if you don't feel good about yourself, then you work on that.
Yeah.
Don't get other people to do stuff to make you feel better temporarily. It's not a good plan, and we got to deal with you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Heather,
Yeah.
you're 17. What's up there, man?
My problem is my dad wasn't around when I was younger, and he's still not around, and I never hear from him once in a while. And I like a lot of older guys, really older, and I was wondering if that could be the problem is him not being around.
Yes.
Very insightful.
Yes, very nice. But
what do you do with these older guys?
Well, I'm not sexually active with them.
Good. Don't. Please.
See, you're a little bit smarter than most of our callers.
Yeah. What Adam had just said applies here too. Don't use other people to correct the problems of the past or to make you feel a certain way. It's not people. Our relationships aren't meant to regulate our feelings. You understand?
No.
They're meant to come together. No, they don't understand.
Heather?
Yeah.
How old are most of the guys you make out with?
The oldest guy that I messed around with, he was 31.
31.
Yeah.
17.
And you were 16, 17?
16. I was 16 when it happened.
Ooh, what a gentleman. Yes. Who says chivalry's dead? And so you have this, but you realize what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Work on a more
Feel
real.
free to answer the question the day we present it to you.
A more real relationship will help you fill that void in a much healthier way than trying to reenact a loss that can't possibly be restored.
Listen, I don't worry about the Heathers of the world because they live out of state. No, because she knows what's going on. She's not having sex with these guys, and she's at the tender young age of 17 is already trying to shine a little light on her situation, scratch a little beneath the surface, and figure out what's motivating her. She'll be fine.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
You know what you're doing, Heather. Now, regulate it. John?
Yeah.
You're 15?
Yeah. I was wondering, does a penis enlarger really work?
If you keep it on while you're having sex.
Oh, you got to keep it on while you're having sex?
Yes. Because most of that lucite is a good eighth, to 3/16 the sidewall thickness, is sometimes as much as a quarter. That can add, and that's both sides.
How do you deal with that flat top, though?
Oh, well, here's what I do. As I said, you put the tube over your penis, right?
Yeah.
And it's lucite, and like I said, the sidewall, 3/16 on each side. That's each side. That adds 3/8 overall to the circumference of your penis.
Right.
All right?
Yeah.
Plus, probably could be an inch and a quarter in length.
Yeah.
Now, all you have to do is pop the vacuum tube off the end, and you're fine.
How do you deal with the metal ones?
Thick milk condom, put it over that, and you've added another couple tenths of an inch there.
How about
what's that?
How about the surgical steel version, the extra expensive ones? What do those have to offer?
Those aren't meant to have sex with.
Oh, I see.
I'm talking.
Those actually enlarge your penis.
I don't know. It's really the only thing that makes me think those things might work is that there's a $275 version of it, and I'm thinking to myself, wow, maybe that one works. I saw it. I mean, it was made out of surgical steel and titanium. It was really a nice, sealed ball bearings. It was really nice.
As soon as you pick that up and take it to the cashier, you know what happens to you? I saw it happen on a Warner Brothers cartoon just last night.
Penis shrinks?
No, you turn into one of those suckers.
The giant sucker?
Yeah, giant sucker.
All right, I won't do it then. I don't think it works. But you look at it this way. You pump blood to your penis all day, every day. Don't you? I mean, as a 15-year-old guy, you wake up with an erection, you go to bed with an erection, and you have 150 erections during the school day, right? That's pulling blood to your penis.
Yeah.
And that's what the pump does.
Right.
So it's essentially causing you to have a super erection. So if your penis isn't growing from the blood that's being pumped to it now, why should it grow from the blood that's artificially pumped?
And without exception, guys that have preoccupations about the size of their penis, that really are preoccupied about it, that is really just a symbol for their self-worth and have more substantially preoccupations about their esteem.
Right. Josh?
Yeah.
You're 15.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Hey, I saw you on the Craig Kilborn show. Nice hat.
No, thank you. I wore my cowboy hat.
No.
Still getting letters from those faggoty actors who are complaining about me telling them to get back to work with the
I loved your list.
commercial strike. Thank you very much.
Hey, my cousin came up about the beginning of summer, and we smoked, a lot. He had a gram with him, and we smoked about half of that.
Of weed?
Yeah. And he had about, a rock opium, and we cut that off, and then we put it on top of the bowl, and then we smoked that. And then, a day later, I was hanging out with, my friends, and I got, really dizzy, and I felt like I was high again. I swear. I kept telling my cousin, I was like, dude, I feel so funny.
High like with the pot or high with the opium?
Just, I don't know what it was.
Well, it could be the pot coming back.
It was the first time I smoked opium. And
how old's your cousin?
He's the same age as me.
Well, that's nice. Your folks must be happy that he shows up with a trunk full of hash and opium. I mean, this guy's great. He comes to stay with you. It's like it's like Pablo Escobar swinging by. Isn't he like a Colombian drug cartel guy? Yeah. Why don't you just get some drug lord to swing by for the weekend? It's great. Does he have the stuff shipped in from Peru, or does he just bring it himself?
No, he gets it from friends because he just moved to Idaho, so he doesn't have any connections now.
I see. Well, he'll be connected inside the week, I'm sure.
Yeah, I got another question. I heard that if you swallow cum, it gets on the outside of your stomach walls, and it makes it I don't know, it screws it up.
That's very true. Stay away from those penises, Josh.
I'm not saying
was that payment for the weed?
Oh,
you know what I'm saying, brother?
Dude,
you can be honest. Be honest. This stuff's not cheap.
I'm not gay, dude.
Oh, hey, listen, you're not gay. You just want to get a nice buzz. You do what you got to do.
No,
and we've all been there.
I can't get one.
Every one of us has been there.
Right.
All right, so he pulled out?
I don't know.
Okay. All right, so listen, don't worry about semen in your stomach lining, you goofball.
No, I mean, me and my girlfriend, we get...
15.
Yeah.
All right. No. Yes, tell her it's poison. Tell her to kill her. One drop will kill her.
One drop, and she'll gain 30 pounds, too.
That's right. She'll only have time to get fat before she dies.
40,000 calories per drop.
That's right. That's right. A tablespoon of semen is the equivalent to
Lake Michigan.
Eating a Lake Michigan size of lard, liquid fat.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, we will take ourselves a little break. We'll be back with who knows who after this. What? Who? All right, after this.
No. Oh! That's punk, dude. That's rock and roll. This one was not a slip.
Woo! Yeah. I just let a nice one go. Aim cleared out of here seconds. Yeah. Come on, get back in here and do your job.
Oh, I'm going to cry.
Come on, grow up, man. It's time to go to work. It's a medical condition. You're a doctor. How dare you make fun of my anus? How dare you?
Funny, why?
Oh, what is that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Wow.
I let a nice one go. You know, I was,
Man, oh, yeah.
here's my new food, beer and cherries. Oh, don't spray that Lysol around. Oh, it's out. Good. Oh, what a buzzkill. Drew just was just reeling in pain over there, and he saw the Lysol can on top of the TV set, and he dove for it, and he sprayed
Had
it.
a little bit. We got a little air.
Did it have any in there?
Yeah, a little bit of something.
Drew's ready to chew through the sidewall of the can and see if he can lick some of the scent out of there. Nice. I was up at Kari Wurr's house, who was in here last night for a little VH1 movie pre-party, whatever, and ate a bunch of cherries and beer. I think that may be what you're getting.
It's deadly.
Thank you. Oh, I'm going to have to write it down. Cody?
Yeah.
You're 13?
Yeah.
What's up?
I was going to say, first, you are the man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You'd really appreciate me for here.
Yeah. Well, I went to my doctor, and because I have these really big nipples. I'm not fat or anything. I'm 6'1", about 140.
Ooh.
But I have really big nipples that poof out.
And what did the doctor say?
He said, I can't remember what he said. He said something about estrogen.
Yeah, that when you hit
that was it.
Yeah, when you hit about.
Is it that there's sort of lumps under the nipples?
There's like little tiny lumps.
Yeah.
And then it's really poofed out.
Yeah. When you're 13, your testes haven't quite turned on in full force yet, and the adrenal glands tend to produce a certain amount of estrogen, and men can get that. And if they smoke pot, it gets worse.
Yeah. I know, guys, I think I remember having like a lump under my nipple when I was like 14 or something.
Real common.
And I think it was one of those puberty things.
Yeah.
Christine?
Caller who goes by Christine.
27, boyfriend's bad in bed? No. Not going to talk? Fine. Dan?
Hey, what's up?
You're 21. What's going on?
Hey, yeah, so for a number of years, like since I've been 16 or so, I get really intense anxiety when I'm trying to figure out how to ask a girl out.
I'm sorry. Once I think of that fart, I start laughing. Yeah. Yeah?
Didn't you hear?
I'm sorry. So you ask girls out, you get anxious.
Panic attack.
I get really anxious trying to figure out how to ask them out. And, of course, it's some of that's natural, and over time, most of it's gone away. But, I mean, I get really anxious about it. I can't eat, and, like, I can't sleep at night and stuff like that. And it used to be I could get on this way for, like, 2 months, but now it's down to, like, a day or two.
Just so getting up the nerve to ask someone out?
Yeah, well, but the thing is, though, I'm always really brazen about it. Like, I can just go up and do it if, like, I'm in the situation where she's alone and I'm with her or something like that. But just...
Hold on, I got something going on. Ann hates that. Anderson hates it, too. And so does Danielle. Nobody likes my farting but me and Jimmy.
And that's funny. Why?
Oh, my God. This is painful.
Ooh, the mic smell. Oh, that's huge. Yeah. You better fire back, buddy. You better work something up.
I'm going to make a white flag.
You know what you need? You need those garlic tablets. You just keep them in your pocket. You swallow a few of those, pop a few in. Yeah.
Keep it in my cheek.
Yeah, bite down on it. Fire back. Wow, it's got its own kind of unique thing going on, too. It's very... Cherries and beer, cherries and beer. All right, Dan, what's up? Huh?
Yes.
Anxious girls.
Kind of a
yeah,
sweet
right.
burnt buffet.
Yeah. It's interesting. If you didn't know I broke wind, you'd be all right with it. You'd come in and like, hey, someone put eggplant on the grill, or what's marinating? Something. You'd be all right with it if you didn't know it came out of my ass.
No.
Yes.
That's because it's your own stuff. That's why it's okay for you.
Yeah, the mic still smells.
Oh, my God.
All right. So, Dan? Yeah. Anxious.
I remember you, Dr. G, you said something to
social phobia.
A similar call about maybe they were depressed or didn't have a lot of self-esteem.
Well, those are issues that can come to bear here, but social phobia is sort of one of these diagnoses that would potentially fit what you're describing. And there are medications that help with that.
Heard about that. Angela?
Yeah.
You're 16?
I called you guys like a week or two ago about me having a threesome.
Yeah?
You guys probably don't remember me.
Oh, well, let's just say we do for the sake of argument.
Calling about the morning after pill.
Right.
I didn't get it in time.
Why not?
Because I only had like that night, and I called and it was an answer machine.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know what to do.
So you're pregnant?
Yeah.
All right.
You know that for sure.
Yeah.
Well, you got to have an adoption or you got to have an abortion.
I can't do either of those.
Oh, okay. Well, then you got to raise a child.
I can't do that either.
Well, let's see. Adoption, abortion, raise a child. How about you do some sort of satanic ritual where you sacrifice a child after it's born? No?
No.
Okay. Well, why can't you do any of the first few options?
I don't believe in that.
Well, you believe in threesomes. Certainly you're flexible morally, right?
No, I don't know.
Well, listen. If you'll go for a threesome, you'll go for about anything, right?
I was really drunk.
All right. Well, if you go for alcohol and a threesome, you're not uptight. Hey, how about an abortion?
How about you talk to somebody about this? What do you think?
Yeah?
You're going to need to talk to somebody, right?
Yeah. Hey, Angela?
Yeah.
Okay. Listen, I'm mad at you for not getting the morning after pill, but I'm
I called you guys, and you guys gave me a number, 1-888, not too late. And I called, and it was an answer machine, and I had to wait the next day.
I know, but you listened to the show enough to know what you should have done in the first place.
What?
You should have tried to get the morning after pill the morning after.
I called you.
All right. Well, listen, I take full responsibility in that case.
Your fault. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, listen. Angela, you got to go into Planned Parenthood. You got to sit down with somebody. You got to discuss some options. You understand?
I don't think there are any options.
Well, there are. And you
need
to talk to someone about it.
All right? I mean, there's nothing we can do. And there's a few options, and you're going to have to sit down and figure it out. It'll work out.
It's not the first time someone's been in this position.
No.
And there are people there that can help you.
Yes. Okay.
They really are. It turns out okay. Plus, you get the chance to speak with other women who've been through this and get some support that way.
All right. We'll be back. Drew's going to get some support from me farting on him for the last half hour. Yep. It's all good. All right. We're going to take an extended break. We'll be back with Everclear, our good friends, tomorrow night.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So, until next time. Oh, jeez, I gotta fly.
No, let's go. Let's go.
I know,
Let's go.
hold
Come
on. Hold on.
Oh.
All right. Oh, my God. A little parting gift for you, Drew. So, until next time, this is Adam Carolla with Dr. Drew saying mahalo. I remember the first time my mom called me a slut.
This has been Loveline. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or this station. The producer for Loveline is Ann Wilkins Ingold. Loveline is a presentation of West